Let's say that we have a uniform current density throughout this cable. The cable has a radius, capital R, measured from the central axis. So capital R would be like along here. And we want to find what is the magnetic field at some distance R, some little distance R, from the center of the cable. Now, current density, the symbol used for current density is often a J, and current density, just like charge distribution or charge density, it's current over area, and that area is the cross-sectional area. So it's this gray area right there. So it's amps per meter squared is for our current density. So if we look at the case where R, lowercase r, variable r, is some distance R from the central axis, where it's between 0 and the radius of the cable, then using Ampere's law, which is that the mu naught times the current enclosed by our loop, our Amperian loop, is equal, or the closed line integral of the magnetic field vectors dotted with the Amperian loop length. So we're going to think of this Amperian loop as being inside our current carrying cable. Imagine it coming all the way down, so, and going the length of our cable there, and we're only interested in the amount of current enclosed by this loop that runs around the chunk of the wire that we're interested in. So if we use the relationship between the uniform current is equal to the total current over the area, then the current enclosed would be over the area, the cross-sectional area enclosed. So let's look at that in more detail. So the total current through the cable over pi capital R squared would equal I enclosed over pi little r squared. Remember, this is the cross-sectional area of the whole cable, because this is the current through the whole cable. This is the current enclosed by our Amperian loop, and this is the cross-sectional area of our Amperian loop. So then we can write our current enclosed in terms of I enclosed will be equal to the total current through the cable times R squared over capital R squared. So then, using the substitution into Ampere's law, mu naught total current times the position that we're looking at, like what is the magnetic field at this distance from the center of the cable, over R squared, the total radius of the cable, is equal to, now once again, this piece over here represents the magnetic field dot product with the little tiny line increments. And remember, as we go around our Amperian loop, our magnetic field is parallel to the loop. And so we would have, by definition, the dot product is the magnitude of the first vector times the magnitude of the second vector times the cosine of the angle between them, which is 0 degrees because they're parallel. And dl is integrated, or is really r d theta, because it's an arc length from 0 to 2 pi, which would be 2 pi r. So over here in our Amperes Law, we'll substitute in for our magnetic field, B, and then our dl piece, which is 2 pi r. And now that means that the magnetic field would be mu naught I r over 2 pi times r squared. So this r is the radius of my cable, the thick conductor, and that's going to be a constant. The current would be a constant, and so r is the variable. So remember, we like to determine or sketch a graph of these functions. So the magnetic field, as a function of position from the central axis there of our cable, where r is the radius of our cable, so that's a fixed number, we would see our magnetic field is increasing up into a point there, up until it's a linear increase. We get a magnetic field, or this point right here would be r comma mu naught I over 2 pi r, because I'm substituting this r into our equation. Now, outside of the current carrying wire radius r, then the whole current is included. And just like for a sphere of charge, or a hollow conductor of charge, or a point charge, the electric field outside was the same as the electric field of a point charge, because no matter the distribution shape, the charge enclosed was equivalent in both cases. The same holds true for outside of our cable. So if we're outside the cable at some distance r outside the cable, so that our Amperian loop runs around my cable like that, then the current enclosed is the total current. And then using Amperes Law, just like we did the other cases when we were comparing this like to the electric field of a point charge, then using Amperes Law, mu naught I enclosed is equal to the closed line integral of B vector dotted with the dl vector. And remember, the dl is the little bit of the Amperian loop around here, so that's your little dl. And the current enclosed would just be I. And then over here, we end up with the magnetic field strength times the magnitude of that dl, which would be the length of that loop, which, because it's a circle, would be 2 pi r, because the radius of the Amperian loop is r. Then when we solve for the magnetic field here, we end up with that the magnetic field is equal to mu naught I over 2 pi r. And that function will look like magnetic field versus r. And then we're outside of capital R. We're going to see this 1 over r relationship there, an inverse 1 over r relationship there. So putting those together, inside the cable we get a constant magnetic field, and then outside the cable we'll get a magnetic field that is decreasing where magnetic field is proportional to 1 over r. So still a lot like using Gauss's law for charge distributions, but it is Ampere's law for current carrying wires.